What's up, guys? Scott here. So you know what's great about having a coaching or a therapy website? Well, it's really another place for your potential clients to find you online and potentially book a strategy call or a clarity call with you and hopefully turn that complete stranger into a paying client. But equally more important, what's better than just having the average website is knowing how to completely overhaul and optimize your website so it does all the things that a website is supposed to do. So with so many therapists and coaches being certified every day, every week, and every month, it stands to reason that a website is not only a good idea, but also knowing how to optimize your website so your website differentiates itself from every other website online. Now, when it comes to a website, is it my favorite way to help grow your business? Well, the answer is absolutely not, because there are quicker and more optimized ways to get clients. But if you are inclined to have a website, make sure you follow all the steps in this video, especially the last step that I have for you to help you optimize the way that your website is working right now. And obviously, booking more strategy calls is the goal for that website. So before we dive into the content, like always, make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe to this channel, like this video. It does help with the algorithm, but it also lets me know what you guys want to see. You know, my sole focus with this channel is to help you organically grow your therapy and coaching business. So it really does help. So go ahead, press like on this video, and let's dive into optimizing your website. And let me give you a complete walkthrough of what you need to do. In order to really understand this process, you just have to ask yourself one question. Anytime you're trying to optimize your product, your service online, you always want to think about what are your clients looking for online. We know right now that your clients, your potential clients, have a problem or a pain in their life, and they're going to places like Google and also YouTube with common questions, and they're hoping to find an answer to their question. One sure thing that your clients are not looking for online because they're not educated this way is the connection between coaching and the problem they have, how NLP can help them with this, or how RTT can help them with this, or how conversational hypnosis can help you quit smoking or anxiety or something like this. So I highly recommend that you do not optimize your website or even any of your content in general, talking about hypnotherapy and coaching and NLP and things like this. Now, I don't know about you, if you've ever gone over to Google, do you realize how saturated trying to optimize the keywords, your content, your website are for things like life coaching, NLP, conversation hypnosis, whatever it is. I'm going to show you right now what that actually looks like. If you have gone ahead and tried to use words like life coach, hypnotherapy, coaching, NLP, RTT, and trying to optimize for those words, because that's what you want to be found for and that's what you believe your clients are looking for, I want to show you the number one reason why you're not getting any traffic and not standing out and being completely oversaturated in the market for very common keywords. And again, this is why we avoid marketing how you do things, but instead talking about results, which I'm going to show you how to find the results keywords in a moment. So if I come over to Google, I'm going to type in life coach. Okay, you might be trying to optimize your entire business around the word life coach, but check this out. If you're going for the word life coach, check this out. You've got 1.9 billion search results. 1.9 billion, billion with a B. This is going to show you why you're not standing out. So if you're trying to optimize words for life coaching, NLP, RTT, hypnotherapy, not only your clients not looking for these things because they don't understand the connection, but now you're just oversaturating yourself in becoming qualified. As you can see here, books, data, information, some coaches, some people doing this, some people doing that. Basically a whole mixture of things for people trying to go for the word life coach. But as you can see, these are all results for life coaching. Okay, but let's say, for example, the average person, which I'm going to show you in a moment, would be coming to Google saying things like, how do I overcome anxiety? Well, probably what's going to show up are just random blogs, random bits of helpline, a couple of bits of information, but no one really standing out as the expert, like the anxiety expert or the stop smoking expert. That's where you want your content to show up. But like I said, 1.9 billion search results for the word life coach. So is this a good word to optimize for? Absolutely not. Same thing will happen with hypnotherapy. Okay, 23 million results. Okay, guys, 23 million results for the word hypnotherapy. The same thing will apply for NLP and RTT. That's why we want to avoid these keywords. Your clients, like I mentioned many times now, but I really want you to understand it, are not going online looking for a hypnotherapist for a certain thing. What they are looking online for is that certain thing. Sure, it's your job to maybe educate them to a certain extent that hypnotherapy can help with this thing, but you're not talking about the results. So when it comes to optimizing your keywords, and what I'm going to show you how to do next is really understanding your keywords from the point of view of your clients. What are your potential clients looking for online? Are they looking up words like hypnotherapy and life coaching and NLP? Absolutely not. But if you go ahead and try and get SEO'd for these things, you can see how many search results and how oversaturated those markets are. So your goal moving into the next portion of this video is to start thinking about your clients. What are they typing for online? And these are the keywords you want to optimize your products, your service, your website, everything you do. These are the keywords that you want to optimize yourself for. So firstly, let's go and look at a simple layout of a website and what I recommend, the things you should add, and also the things you should avoid. And then we'll move into optimizing the actual functionality of that website with the actual keywords that you know your clients are looking for online. So as you can see, I'm over my website right now, and I just want to show you a very simple layout, guys, not to get confused and overly bloat your website with things that are not necessarily and things that don't need to be there. So we know right now we're not optimizing for keywords like hypnotherapy, coaching, NLP, or anything like this. However, what you're going to see on my website is those things, because this is the niche I'm going for. I'm helping coaches, hypnotherapists, and NLPs build their business. So these are the keywords I'm going for. Now, if this was my stop smoking website, you would pretty much see nothing about hypnotherapy or coaching or NLP. It would all be using the keywords, which I'm about to show you next, all in relation to what my clients are looking for online, which would be how to quit smoking and things of that nature, which I'm going to show you that keyword process. But a very simple layout, guys. I believe a website to really be optimized perfectly just needs three things. The first thing you want to have on your website is basically telling people what you do. And as you can see here, I've got my main banner here, which says helping coaches, hypnotherapists, and NLPs build and automate their business from scratch. Now, why these particular keywords? Because this is what I found my clients and my students were looking for. This is what they want to do. So this is the first thing I tell them I'm doing. It's not a page talking about me. I'm not talking about my background. As you can see, there's really nothing about me. There's no my about story, my journey, who I was certified with, because pretty much you guys don't care about this stuff. You are here on my website to get answers to your questions. So as you can see, I've got my banner there. Underneath that, and the second thing you want to have on your website is the ability for somebody to book a strategy call for you. With you, sorry. So this is an alternative to having prices, your product and your service online. Should you be showing your prices? Should you be showing your services? Now, if you're working with one-to-one clients, you're a hypnotherapist or a coach or NLP, I highly recommend that you do not. So back in the day when I used to charge about $1,500, well, it was $1,500 to help lawyers quit smoking, I know that if I put that price at the bottom of a squeeze page, a sales page, a funnel, or something like that, sure, I might have to write out a long bloated post about what I'm about, what hypnotherapy is, and trying to answer all their objections and give a price at the end. I knew that they'd scroll right down to the bottom, see the price, and I didn't want them to think, wow, this is really expensive. Maybe I don't want to quit that bad, or I'll find somebody cheaper. So to answer that question, which is, do you put your prices on your website? The answer is no. Alternatively, what you want to have is the ability to book a strategy call. Why a strategy call? Because with a strategy call, you can control the conversation. It means at the end of the strategy call, you can talk to your clients about the price, why you're so expensive, the value they're going to get, and exactly what they're going to get in absolute detail. And that's going to be associated to the higher price. You can basically clear up any objections that they might have about your services as well. This is almost impossible to do on a squeeze page or a funnel or something like this. So it's a lot easier to take those things off your website. Don't allow your clients to see your prices at all, and just give them the opportunity to book a free strategy call with you. So tell people what you do, have a free strategy call. And the last thing I want to point out is testimonials. Okay. We have thousands of testimonials, and these are pretty much what I want to showcase. So if it was up to me, this is all I'd have. I'd just have a full page of testimonials, then book a strategy call, which is pretty much what I have anyway. Now you can see, yeah, sure, I'm giving away a couple of free things, but this is not my main focus. And I really don't think we want to put a lot of focus on trying to build an email list, especially with therapeutic type clients. If your clients have to go all the way through your funnel, read your free book, look at all your material before they become a client, they're probably not going to be the best client for you. So my recommendation, again, I'm in a totally different business than you guys. Leave this out. You do not need to have a free lead magnet. That's more of an advanced strategy, which takes a lot more processes to get this to actually work. I recommend at the very basics, have your banner, have your book a free strategy call, show your testimonials. Also up here, have the same thing. So I've got my success stories. I do have my program because we have one program that we actually have completely automated, which someone can buy now. You guys won't have that. And we also have a secondary program, but we don't actually promote that secondary program. So you won't have this. All you would have on your website is your success stories. You would have your banner here. You would have ability to book a strategy call. Forget talking about yourself, your journey, your certifications, because the clients aren't looking at that. Keep things really, really simple. Now, if you do have a webinar, maybe like a 20 or a 30-minute webinar, you want to put that on here as well, that's fine as well. But I don't think you have to go out of your way right at the start to have that. That's another process, which I think I'll make a video for in a later date to show you how to get this to work. To get a webinar, something for free, like a free book or a download, to get it to really work to your advantage, there's a lot more processes that go on behind the scenes to make that work. At the very basic, banner, tell people what you do, strategy call, and all the testimonials that you can show. Keep your layout simple. As you can see, I only have about 4 or 5 pages. If you're in NLP, hypnotherapy, coaching, and that's the type of therapy you use, forget typing out long bloated blogs or showing videos or who you were certified by, because clients are not looking for this thing. You remember, your clients are in a rush. They're looking for an answer to their question. They're looking for an expert. They want results. Testimony is going to show the results. Your banner, which is basically your I help message, is going to show these people what you do and how they can, what you do and the results you can get. And also the strategy call is going to give them an opportunity to talk to you. When they're talking to you, that's when you give your price. That's when you break down your service. That's when, yes, you can talk about hypnotherapy and coaching to show them how it's going to be done, but it's not necessary on the website itself. So now we know the layout. How do we get the keywords? How do we get this website to show up for the keywords I'm ranking for? Let's dive into that now. So now we know your website should look like, you know, the things to include, the things to focus on, but also the things to delete. Now let's look at keywords. Now everybody's pretty familiar with keywords. Think of keywords, which is just marketing slang for the things that your clients are potentially looking for online. So they're going to places like Google, but also, like you can see in front of you, they're going onto YouTube and they're trying to find answers to their most common questions. Now, as I mentioned previously, there's going to be the smallest part of the market that is connected hypnosis, NLP, or RTT to the problem they have. So there's really no point in my eyes to optimize your website for words like hypnotherapy, NLP, RTT, and things like this. You want to capitalize on the biggest part of your market, which is really general public. These are people that have no idea about the solution. They have no idea about hypnotherapy, coaching, NLP, RTT, or healing. All they know is they have a problem and they want an answer to their problem. This is essentially where you want your website, but also your content in general to start showing up. So anytime I'm trying to optimize my online presence, I'm always thinking about, what are my clients looking for? Drop the therapy hat, drop the mentoring hat, the coaching hat, the business hat, and start thinking about general public people. What are people looking for online? So it stands to reason that we want to find keywords in the way that our clients are thinking. And there's 2 ways we can do this for free. And essentially YouTube and Google are going to be the places we do this. And they tend to spit out the same sort of keywords. But trust me when I say starting to think about the way that your clients think instead of trying to optimize your website for hypnotherapy or coaching or NLP is one surefire way to get more traffic to your website. Remember, like I mentioned previously as well, we don't sell coaching, we don't sell hypnotherapy, we sell results. So clients are online looking for what are these results, and results are going to come in form of answering their most common questions. So let's say I was a smoker, and I know this for absolute reason because this is what my potential clients or my clients that I used to work with when I was working with lawyers wanting to quit smoking, these are the things they were looking for online, and this is how they found me. They didn't find me by looking up hypnotherapy or coaching or anything like that. They looked up trying to find answers to their most common questions. So how do we do this? So all you need to do is come over to a place like Google, and what are your clients looking for? Let's use the context of quitting smoking. I know that someone's going to come to Google, come to YouTube, sorry, and they're going to type in something like, how do I quit smoking? Okay, that's what your general public is going to be looking for. They're not saying, well, how will NLP help me have X, Y, and Z? How is hypnotherapy different than RTT? How is conversational hypnosis different than classical hypnosis? And should I book a conversational hypnotherapist instead of a normal hypnotherapist? They're not looking up these things because this is not what they understand. This is not their education. So even though I've spelled it wrong, as you can clearly see, I'm still getting results, and these are the results I'm looking for. I do want to change this just to make sure we are staying uniform. That's going to be better. There we go. All right, so how do I quit smoking? All I have to do is type that in. Don't press enter. You can press a space bar if you like. And it's going to start to give me very relevant keywords that now I want to drag over to my website, and I can put on certain pages of my website. I can maybe use these words in my banner. I can actually create the metadata for my images and make this the title of the images. There's multiple different things you can do, but you want to keep things really, really simple. So these are the things that people are looking for on YouTube. They also probably show up the same on Google as well, which we'll check out in a moment. But what YouTube is telling me is these are the relevant searches that people are looking for, the most common searches. So you want to go ahead and use these keywords. So not everyone's going to be applicable, because someone may have written a song about how do I quit smoking. You definitely want to have how do I quit smoking song. But you want to come down here and what words are applicable to your business. So how do I quit smoking cigarettes? That's a keyword. Write that one down. How do I quit smoking cold turkey? Write that down. How do I quit smoking while pregnant? Write that down. Quickly, for good. How do I quit smoking cigarettes cold turkey? So you can see cold turkey is a very common one. So if someone's going to Google or YouTube typing this in, you want your content or the SEO of your website to show up. And these keywords will be optimized for these words. Come down here. How do I quit smoking the gas TikTok? Definitely don't need that one. How do I quit smoking without gaining weight? Again, it's just a common question. These now become your keywords. How do I quit smoking cold turkey in Hindi in 3 days for good? Pretty simple. So right now you have a whole bunch of keywords, okay? So we can take the same keyword over to Google, which I've got a Google tab open, and let's put this in, okay? So from here, there we go. So pretty much it's going to show the same sort of things, but cold turkey seems to be a common one, okay? So what I like to do with Google as well is you can put that in, press enter as I did, and what I like to do is I like to look through two things. I like to look at the ads, people that are paying for Google ads, and what words are they using? So they're using things like give up smoking in 2020. Great keyword. Develop your quit plan today, maybe. Plan your quit smoking attempts with strategies and support and quit your way into 2020. Do any of those keywords stand out? And the reason we want to look at ads, because this is what people are paying for. So you may as well optimize your keywords based on the keywords that they're paying for, but you don't have to pay for it. How to quit smoking. Enjoy the benefits of quitting. A great keyword. Enjoy the benefits of quitting. Come down here, help to quit smoking, another great keyword. What else do we have? So these are now moving. Okay, so they're the ads there. You can always tell an ad because it's got ad there, so you understand that. And then what you want to do, scroll right down to the bottom, and I like to look over here. So these are searches related to how do I quit smoking. So quit smoking Australia, free quit smoking kit Australia, how to stop smoking immediately, great keywords. How to stop smoking naturally, great keywords. Quit smoking products, great keywords. You can see my point here. And regardless of the niche, guys, whether it's quitting smoking, it's anxiety, it's fear, you can do the same thing here. My whole point here is when it comes to optimizing your keywords is to get away from optimizing your whole entire website based on hypnotherapy, NLP, and coaching, because we know not only is it oversaturated, but your potential clients are not looking for these things. They have not made the connection between coaching and therapy to the breakthrough or the addiction they want to overcome. They are, however, going to YouTube and Google because they're the easiest places to find answers to their questions. And put yourself in your client's shoes. What would they be typing? If you want even more help with this, go ask somebody that maybe is a smoker and go ask, if you were to quit smoking, what would you type into Google? Ask them. They'll tell you. I always like to keep things really, really simple and always start to think inside my client's mind. So anytime I'm optimizing my website, my images, my videos, anything that I have an online presence for, I'm always thinking about what would my clients be thinking, typing, and saying. And here's where we find all those keywords. So like I said, you can use YouTube, and this works for fear, anxiety, whatever it is, doesn't really matter about the niche itself. Then come over to Google. You can look at the ads of Google, find out which words are they using, but also come right down to the bottom and find the related searches for those keywords as well. So there we have it. That's how we optimize our SEO, our websites, and really any of the content that we create, guys. And it's the same content strategy from your website to Facebook, to LinkedIn, to YouTube, to Instagram, always talking about the niche that you help, always talking about results and making it perfectly clear about what your clients are going to get from you. So that's all for this video. I'm going to leave some associated videos below because you may have some questions when I talked about why do we not sell coaching? Why do we not sell hypnotherapy? Why do I not need to optimize for those keywords across my entire business? I'm going to leave some associated videos for which were created previously that'll help you understand that theory as well. But like always, thanks for joining me. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.